So we're here at Leiston Abbey and very excited to be here. It's an absolutely gorgeous site with a really interesting history actually. It was first established in another area called Minsmere in the 1100s, and then that site flooded. I think the word mere should have probably been maybe a good clue that it was going to be quite a wet area. But anyway, then it was then moved to this site and established here in 1363. And in the intervening years, the site did stay in private ownership, which means there hasn't been a lot of intervention here, and certainly no big programs of archaeological work. So Dig Ventures is the first on site to have a real go at investigating the archaeology here. The site is currently managed by a school called Procorda, and they're a music school, and they do ensemble training for students from all over the world really. So it's been really quite pleasant being here over the past weekend. So we're starting to welcome people. They're showing up, the campsite's building up, lots of tents on it, and we're really looking forward to getting started.
I think the reason why we're so excited about actually being here is nobody has actually investigated the whole monastic precinct that's going on here. And also, we all know that there was an earlier medieval moated manor house here as well. So there's been lots of activity in this region, but how big it actually is, we don't know. So we've used our old pal, Geophysics, and the crack team from GSB came down for our dirty weekend. It wasn't that dirty though, was it, really?
No, the weather was too nice to be dirty, really.
Yeah, and they're very clean.
No mud.
So we threw a lot of technology at it. So we used ground penetrating radar, magnetometry, resistivity, and I think the results were quite promising, weren't they, Brendan?
Yeah, well, this is the great thing about a site like this. I mean, we know a terrific amount about the inner precincts. These things have been dug to death. They're romantic ruins, and every antiquarian in the world has tried to dig a hole in sites like this. But what they haven't tried to do is look at the outer precinct. What goes on out just outside the boundary ditch? What kind of industry was in play? How people lived around there? So that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to put this site in its landscape context. So we've got Area 1 in the northwest corner. That's near an area called the Outer Court. Now there's lots of humps and bumps and all kinds of things going on topographically. We've just got to find out what they mean, and whether the channels are going through there for water working and other industrial processes. Area 2, of course, in the south side of the Abbey, we're trying to find all those missing buildings that should be here but we just don't know about them. Things like the infirmary, things like the kitchens. That's what we're trying to find down there, and we've got some great results from both the magnetometry and the GPR as well. And then there's Area 3. Where was our gatehouse? We don't know where, we know where the ditch goes, but there's no clear entrance or exit for the site. So we're going to try and put a handle on that and try and put a trench over that structure as well. So we've got it all to play for. There's lots going on.
Tons going on, and we've only got 2 weeks. I had to do it. You're here. I had to do it.
I'm going to go and do some machine watching now.
Right.
Okay.
See you later. Well, here we are, welcome to day 1. As you can see behind me, we've just broken ground, Area 1, Trench 1, and the first scoop of the bucket, we found 2 features, so things are going well. We're just about to do Trench 2 in the background and Trench 3 just over there near the hedge. Now in this area the geophysics wasn't so good for us. It didn't really show us a lot and didn't give us very much to go on. But as you can see, the earthworks and the topography is absolutely all over the place. So we've decided to put these trenches over the platforms and into the banks next to them to see if there's any understanding, to see why they were like that. And as we can see from the ditches that we found, this definitely wasn't a natural landscape. This is something that people have dug and people have done. We just have to find out why.
Hi, I'm Ben and I'm here back at Dig Ventures for another dig. I was in Flag Fen last year, had a great time there. We've learned lots of skills and hoping to apply them again this year. So far it's looking good. Exciting stuff with the digger going 3 good long trenches ready for our adventurers to come in tomorrow to get a good head start at all the archaeology. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see what the next 2 weeks bring. But I wouldn't say that I'm any form of expert as of yet, but you never know, one day. But it's absolutely great to be back with the old gang from last year. It's great memories, and hopefully we're going to have a great time this next dig as well.
Okay, we're in area 1. We've opened 3 trenches at the moment. To be honest, there's very little in this one. This trench over here, we've got a dig section which we find to dig, and this one here we've got another dig section and a couple of areas of burning. But to try and make it a little bit better, we're going to open a trench over there. Stinging nettles and weeds normally mean some sort of building, but we don't know how old, so we just sent the machine over and we're going to try it.
Hugh from West Sussex, here with Dig Ventures again. I was at Flag Fen for 3 weeks last year, thoroughly enjoyed it, so when the opportunity arose again this year to come up to Leiston Abbey, I jumped at the chance, and I shall be here for the whole 2 weeks. It's stunning, especially with the weather we've had, blue skies and mini heat wave. Yeah, you see the site at its best. It's really a really lovely location. At Flag Fen, by the end of the 3 weeks, I was acting as a supervisor on the test pit that I was concentrating on, and it'll be interesting to do a similar thing here at Leiston and supervise certain areas, pass on skills that I've picked up, and just act as an intermediate level supervisor to take the load off the experts.
So here we are at the end of day 1. We've opened up all our trenches in our area 1. We've got 4 trenches there to go at. A number of features, lots of questions, no answers yet. Well, that's why I'm so pleased all our crowd of diggers have just arrived. They're all putting their tents up now. So tomorrow morning, first thing, we're going to get in there, we're going to clean those trenches back, we're going to start to excavate those features and really get a handle on what's going on with all our mysterious earthworks. So tune in tomorrow and let's see what we find out on day 2.